Hello and welcome, mortals. I generally try to do these reacting to other people's videos, reaction videos, I don't know, sparsely. Of course, I've only done 2 at this point, but generally I look for one on a subject that I have a lot to say about. But you know what? The last one apparently you guys all liked so much. We're going to go with one of the suggested videos in the comments that said, "Oh my god, you haven't seen her hagmaxing video?" So, well, here is Shoe0nHead. Oh my god, that face though. And I am Aiden the Vampire King, and this is a vampire reacts to Shoe0nHead's The Cougar Epidemic.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and
just
having
right
a
into
wife
it.
and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer-Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day.
So, a mom? Seems that way.
Is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting.
Cougar hunting.
Or, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it
mommy issues.
Something different. Hagmaxing.
What is that title? Hagmaxing. What the hell?
In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term hagmaxing.
And she did in this newest one, too.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old.
Okay, that's different. How is
that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hagmaxing.
Or robbing the grave. Oh, there's that graphic again.
A lot of you. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to make an entire video. I decided, you know what?
I don't know. I'm concerned. Should I?
Which greatly intrigued a lot of you.
Wow, yeah, that's...
So I decided,
I can see why she made it quick.
An entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going at
35-year-old woman. Oh god, of all the women. Oh, she scares me. I can appreciate an attractive cosplay girl cosplaying her, but my god, I don't want to be anywhere near it. Single 21-year-old man with no interest in life.
Out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these whippersnappers? Oh,
I'm always amused when Shoe pulls out these ancient terms that she's probably not even a fourth old enough to actually use.
Speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Let's not.
Holzgern is a young Austrian company.
I'm pushing
that
and put that.
Hagmaxing,
hey, perfect.
Sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when
the
rafflecopter. Hag, I usually think of an evil cackling witch, but no. Apparently now it means women above 30.
Damn.
Fuck you guys. I'm so tired of comments that are like, I used to watch you.
Wait, does that mean that Shoe's a hag by her own definition?
When I was in 3rd grade, and now I'm graduating college. Good for you! Awesome! Congratulations! My knees hurt when I get up off the floor. Now this.
All right, old lady, calm down. Calm down. You're getting a little riley. We might have to get you some more Metamucil.
Term hagmaxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hagmaxers.
Here we go again.
Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z
they gave this girl some cake though. Look at this.
To pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan because
of course it was.
But the meme did spark a
I promise I did not pre-watch this. I am not good enough at syncing things up to have been able to do that perfectly if it wasn't coincidence.
Massive conversation and debate about hagmaxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it.
Oh, I'm sure. Motherless behavior. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That would be the definition. By, you know, what it was described as earlier, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's we're about to get into some shit, I think.
Motherless behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand.
Yeah.
Another day, another psyop. It's not hagmaxing,
Psyop.
it's MILF hunting, and it's an art.
Damn.
Please don't misappropriate my fetishes. Giving the dumbest name.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Considering the comments and whatnot that we saw last night about a girl and a boy, one of them being in a wheelchair, and there being an issue with this, I am not surprised that there are people that hate both sides of this thing.
Known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol. Okay,
damn,
officer,
that's
I'm
illegal.
gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle, drizzle.
Oh my
Young,
God.
hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them. This
Jeez.
is Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class.
Oh my God. I don't know. Isn't the trope that it doesn't matter if it's the younger male? I don't know. This is still kind of questionable. Somebody must have hit puberty early.
I am
Exactly.
going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself. I want to be a hagmaxer. LOL. Any female taker? XD. I like thick milfs.
Notice that most of these people have anime pictures. Any takers? What? She's just gonna look at your anime picture, think that's the most adorable thing in the world, and choose you like a Pokemon.
And I cannot lie. Oh, nice. It must be socially acceptable for
Oh, there he is again.
37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now,
What?
according to the very astute, always reliable source.
How the hell is that gonna work? Some kind of Logan's run thing? Little crystal in her hand starts going off when she's 32 and they gotta hunt her down and take her out of the population?
KnowYourMeme.com. The term hagmaxing
Oh, no.
is very popular in the VTuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the
Honestly, I'm not sure I've ever used hagmaxing until this video and the last one.
VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a video
I might end up on that list next.
reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day? That
Do
might
it.
be fun. Let me know if I should do that.
Do
Although
it,
it
Shoe.
seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why
Rise of
older
the
women are
What do you mean, Rise of the Boy Toy? The whole concept of boy toy came out years ago. So, I mean, the re-rise, maybe?
dating Gen Z men at record rate. One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness
Oh, no.
that comes with dating someone younger.
Oh, God.
Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities."
Let me point this out that the same can be said about older women. Just pointing that out.
Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I
Exactly.
love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel shit.
Damn.
Age gap relationship. Between
I can't even
millennial women and
remember
Gen
it
Z
well enough
men
to
are
try to
on the
do the
rise.
opposite.
Our analysis of age hypogamy
Screw it.
reveals
Let's go
the
do it. Let's do it.
priorities. Okay, I
Damn it. I had it. Men my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger women seem more open and less burdened by insecurities and baggage from the past.
Women my age seem
There,
to be
we did it.
excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
I have a
get so
feeling
much-
I'm going to be saying this like 100
I'm gonna get so much hate in the comments from that, I'm sure.
times in this video.
Do
but
it.
could you imagine an
I
article
dare
like
you, do
this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women.
I hear that. I almost wonder if she meant to do it the opposite way from the man's point of view, but she just didn't feel like redoing it. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise.
And Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these
Okay. I'm going to reveal my lack of memory here. Hypogamy. The hell does this mean? Act or practice of seeking a spouse of lower socioeconomic status or caste status than oneself. So the thing that some podcasts constantly say is one thing that a woman will never do, ever. Whereas it's suggested that men will do it quite often.
Relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
Uh-oh.
And I'm proud to be a
No.
millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
This is hurting my brain. What is this?
If you're an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well.
Nothing against that lady, but that like 3-second clip just there, she's like the poster child for why to date younger women that aren't millennials. My God.
Being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennials
I don't know if they understand what they're suggesting there. They're suggesting it's gonna like flip over some sort of stereotype, but at the same time, if the women are just supporting the men, it's just gonna make theoretically, if this, you know, takes on and happens everywhere, it's gonna make, oh my God, the ramifications of this. Because if it is true scientifically that women, you know, are less likely to have children after a certain age, if all the Gen Z men are going after all the millennial, like 30-plus women, there's probably a really good chance we're going to see a severe, even more severe dip in population.
Women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes.
Men are pigs, but if you look at it, well, not all men are pigs, but a lot of men are pigs. And if you look at it, the only way they get the chance to be the pig is if the women let it happen.
Queen, that Zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros.
Podcast bros.
I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering.
I mean, that is what modern feminism is, isn't it? Like, if you look at it in reality, we're equal. We're all equal at this point. And then it, you know, it went from that to, you know what, we need to empower even more. Let's get everybody on a website. I think it's, what's the statistic? Like 3 out of 5 women in the US, I think right now, statistically, have an OnlyFans, apparently.
Genius! Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the hagmaxing train. Why are so many older women dating young?
And the sad part is there's probably not that many of that statistic that are actually making decent money at it. So, you know, I said it last night, we'll say it again. We probably need to bring back shame.
Younger men in recent rom-coms. I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she
That's
passionately entwines with Amazon's new heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh,
That
Anne
is a
Hathaway?
name.
I'm sorry, who wouldn't hagmax with Anne Hathaway?
Correct.
What a forward young young man you are.
Jesus. Wow. Wow, Anne. Talk like you're 90, why don't you? This woman's a vampire, by the way, just like me. I confirmed. Her, Keanu Reeves. There are a couple other people, but I can't remember them right now.
My goodness.
This phenomena is a ground-breaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do
That's what I was saying earlier. We hit the middle ground, but people keep perpetuating that we haven't hit the middle ground, and then they're pushing all this other stuff on top of it.
the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes. Celebrate.
Yes. Let's see. What's her name? Rachel Zegler in Snow White. Captain Marvel. Basically any strong female character-led movie recently. And that's not me saying that I hate strong female characters. You look at Ellen Ripley. She actually had a character arc. You look at, Matoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. You look at Sarah Connor. First movie, not that strong, but by the end of it, she was a friggin' badass in the second one. I'm sure I can find many more examples of strong female characters that actually earn it. As opposed to, oh look, somehow this 120-pound chick is able to fling this 300-pound man across the wall, across the room and through a wall.
Rating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy?
Oh
Older
my
women
God.
partnering with younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma.
Well, see, if you look at this, this is actually a massive issue, right? It's looked upon by a lot of people that an older man getting with a consenting younger woman, who is an adult, of course, is somehow predatory and disgusting, yet the other way around is, oh yeah, bro, I totally bagged this chick. She's hot. She's a mom too, bro. Like, why is it younger man to older woman is looked upon as some kind of crazy awesome accomplishment, even on the female side of things? Like, you know, I'm sure their friends are going, oh my God, look at the hunk she got this week. Whereas the other way around, it's stigmatized. I don't get it.
French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15, and she was his high school teacher.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure people have looked at this as some level of creepy grooming right here, though. Because 15?
Wait, that is not good. There
No.
should be a stigma against
Yes.
What? Maybe
Yes,
this high-profile
legal
women
age.
will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all,
Yeah, honestly, no matter who's in the relationship, if your relationship starts before legal age, I'm gonna probably have to put you into the grooming category.
at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that.
Nope, you're in the dark corner of the fantasy section that used to be, well, it used to be the dark corner. Now it's on display in the front of the bookstore. But, oh, shame. We need to bring it back, I think.
What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my
Damn.
friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years.
Okay, that right there. Dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. She went after him when he was underaged. But again, this comes back to my point where it's looked upon as okay for an older woman, but not for an older man.
I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job.
Oh, the boss
we both
babe.
know what we want out of this relationship.
Definitely a boy
and we're
toy.
getting it. You know, honestly, good for this. Wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Illegal.
Oh no.
Illegal.
We older women aren't man haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man.
Oh,
We're
yeah?
not drama queens. We can't get pregnant.
Oh my
We
God,
are
there it
very
is.
sexy. I'm not like the other
See, that proves my point from earlier again.
girls. I'm infertile.
Damn.
Dating older women is called hagmaxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No. It's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing.
Yeah,
We're taking
apparently.
back the term hag.
Oh my
It's like
God.
when black people took back the N-word. There's something
Please.
seriously just
I am so glad she ended it there. My God. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of a woman's loneliness for their resources.
disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man
Yep.
is still the predatory one?
Yep. There it is.
What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hags. Now
We've
let's hear
heard from the hags.
Hagmaxers. Why
Perfect.
are these young men dating older women? I have mommy issues. Oh.
Hey,
well,
at least he's honest.
there has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish.
Oh
Come
my
on,
God.
There's gotta be another reason. Because Gen Z women aren't worth going for.
Damn.
And I have mommy issues.
Oh, well, there it is.
To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. In this economy, with how things are going these days, I mean, apparently AI has marketably and noticeably, I think the statistic was 8% of college graduates actually can't find a job now because of AI. Just specifically because of AI, they're not able to find a job. I mean, if you can find a woman like this and you're a young guy who got his degree and can't find a job because of AI, damn, dude, go for it. Honestly.
I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than
You're 19. How the hell are you getting into a bar?
Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her.
I don't know the statistics there, but maybe my understanding of the statistics earlier of 3 and 5 was wrong, and maybe it's 4 and 5. I mean, if we're looking at 80%.
I changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make 6 figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman
That's
who
true.
we know is potentially a flight risk, or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money.
Did
I
he?
don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good
He's
sex,
not wrong.
intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16 and I'm not a
I mean, I can't disagree with that. This one I can. You're too young, sir. You're too young. You have to wait at least 3 more years.
attracted to anyone below 30 years old. Ah yes, the elusive reverse pedophile.
Exactly.
Being a woman with a career, property, experience in bed and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention.
Damn, that's a way. Oof. Wow, that that's a take. Might not be wrong, but you know, being thousands of years old, I can't really relate.
Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit.
What snack packs? Okay, I think I forget which comedian it was, but I feel like there was a comedian a couple years ago that said something to this effect about like a single mom and she'll send you send you off with like a baggie full of goldfish or something.
Amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They are all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace.
Yeah. No. Oh my god. I did a MySpace social experiment once. Cute girl. Basic nothing profile. Can I tell you that profile got about 2,000 friend requests within the first 24 hours?
These days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman
experiment.
who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you.
Damn.
Oh
Damn.
my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure.
Whoa! Also that face. My god, I'm getting some perfect freeze frames here.
You people are sick. No, I don't believe this is
might-
happening more than
I
ever
might turn
just
that
because
into the thumbnail.
Gen Z men like easy sex or gifts. Or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's...
Let's put it out there right now. I'm pretty sure everybody young likes gifts and being taken care of. Especially in this economy with the world as it's going. We just need to not have stigma over one versus the other.
more to it, and I have a few
Also, they need to be consenting adults. None of this, I've been dating this 19-year-old for 6 years bullshit.
theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men. See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But
Damn.
not that many young men are on that level yet.
And Stacy's wearing a daddy shirt. Yay.
Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree.
Is Karen the
wants
hag?
to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang
Confirmed
you
Karen's
in the
the
back
hag.
seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings
Jesus.
attached. Unlimited breadsticks. For basically all
What?
of human history,
Oh
the
my
most
God.
prevalent age gap was older man and younger woman. But
Yes.
why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's
Jesus, Shoe. Wow. That. Damn.
It's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies. Or
Correct.
at least it used to be. Well, at least in our lizard brains. That's the
In
whole
our
point.
lizard
I don't know
brains.
what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point?
Isn't that considered a situationship, I think?
As well as situationships and
Oh, never mind. I guess they're two different things.
polycules. The world is very
Polycules.
confusing. It turns out people are
Yeah, we need 5 people in the same apartment who all have some sort of interest in each other so that we can get the dishes done in a group effort.
different than me. Now, let's be real, hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's
No.
2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology.
Or, replenishing the population. Oh no. Concept incubator would grow babies in see-through pod. I feel like Hollywood's done enough movies on this that we should know it's a bad idea by now.
We could grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of
Yup.
plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but
Gotta find a way to get plastic out of the brains for sure.
babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For
No.
many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change.
Oh,
It's like every
God.
other week I see an article, fear-mongering Gen Z, don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah.
Okay, I want to point this out right now. The whole Greta Thunberg thing. She came over here, how dare you, about the climate change. And you might notice Greta Thunberg only talked trash about Western nations. She didn't say anything about the 2 biggest polluting countries in the world. And you know what else? Those two biggest polluting countries in the world are also the ones, I believe, with the best replacement ratio for children.
Blah, blah, you have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations?
Exactly.
So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford
Not all of you are going to be immortal. Keep that in mind.
kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those
No.
rotten eggs.
Ah!
Editor. Edit that out. Edit that
The
out.
editor missed it.
No. But believe it or
Love
not,
it.
hagmaxing is not really a new
No.
thing. It's been around for a really long time.
No.
Hundreds of years, even. In fact, there was a very famous hagmaxer in American history.
Oh God,
who
here we
wrote
go.
an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And
Who
that
was it?
hagmaxer's name?
Who was it?
Benjamin Franklin.
I
No,
knew
I'm
it!
not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of hagmaxing. And what's funny is, a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives
The
are
benefits
the
of
same
hagmaxing.
reasons a lot of the Zoomers who hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored
Damn.
with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable.
Okay, we have more reasons, but I just want to throw this out that apparently the greatest nation in the world was founded by a hagmaxer.
Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality.
Yeah, she
Because
has
there
to
is
she
no
has to
hazard
grow a
of
brain.
children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through
Wow.
more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're
Wait. Is he suggesting they can hide it better?
easier to cheat on your wife with.
There you go.
Lovely. Because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The
What?
face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last.
Oh my God.
As plump as ever.
Wow.
Benjamin Franklin really just said, the ass is still fat.
Benjamin Franklin over here. I just aim below the waist.
Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I
Yes.
will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity.
I can no
this
longer
is
look
the great American
my money.
hagmaxer.
The great
So
American
basically, some
hagmaxer.
Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic.
Correct.
Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest,
I mean, it is a funny meme, and it probably isn't that deep, but you know, if to go back to the why is it okay one way and not the other way? If it the hags in question have to remember that if the men who can get with the younger women don't, the hags will not have anybody to max with because no one will reproduce. But again, wait until legal age.
I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is. All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them.
I just want to point out, cougars have existed since, God, in media alone, I want to say cougars have existed since at least the 60s. So it's, and clearly Benjamin Franklin was into it, so it's, I don't even know what kind of trope this would be. Like, who brought this about to make it seem like it's suddenly a new thing?
Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more. and couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce.
Oh,
but
damn.
it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye
That's
on. As
unfortunate.
the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hagmaxing? Have you ever hagmaxed? Would you hagmax? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college.
Damn, as long as you started it after he became legal, Shoe. Ah.
Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school.
Yeah.
I am not married to a middle schooler.
Clarify.
Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the
Clarify.
newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video,
Oh my
please
God.
consider supporting me on Patreon.
Well, anyway, we're there. You guys know where to find her for her stuff. She is insanely big by comparison to me. But if you guys like these videos and want to see more videos, please suggest something down below. Tell me how you liked it. Tell me your views on hagmaxing. And also let me know if there's some sort of crazy phrase for the reverse. Because it would be entertaining to hear. Anyway, let me know how you feel down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one, mortals. Remember to get that good sip.